Hey guys, it's Jeremy here at Metal Music Meltdown, back with another video. What we have for today, guys, is a collection update video. I haven't done one of these in a while, haven't had a chance to really buy too much physical media lately, but I finally picked up some stuff the last, 6 months or so. Not too much. I've got 8 albums here that I picked up since my last update. So let's jump right in, guys. So the first one here is from a band, Tabahi. They are a killer thrash metal band from Pakistan, of all places. I picked this up on its own as a one like by itself through CDN Records. Great label, kind of local to me. And they signed these guys, I think, last year. And this is their most recent album, their sophomore album, entitled Thrash for Justice. If you just want some balls out thrash, definitely pick this album up. Head over to CDN Records. Super great stuff. I've done a album review for this on my channel, so definitely check that out as well. Great thrash metal. These guys keep it going and do it right, so definitely check it out. The next band here is the mighty Invicta, based out of Kitchener, Ontario, local to me. Kind of a really killer thrash death metal band. It's the inside there. And yeah, just really solid stuff. This is their sophomore album entitled Triumph and Torment, and didn't disappoint. Really good stuff. Shout out to Mark over at Metal Never Dies. He's got a YouTube channel. Definitely check him out over there as well. Great guy I met through YouTube, and he's became a buddy of mine. And he was able to pick this up for me from the band directly, and for a little bit cheaper than I would have got it through Bandcamp or something. So I appreciate that, Mark. And yeah. It's a killer album. Definitely check these guys out. And the next 6 I got were from Amazon. Pretty much what I've been doing on Amazon the last couple of years is I just put all the new releases of the bands I want to buy their new releases of from that year. I load them into my Amazon wish list, or whatever you want to call it, list. And I just kind of, check it every so often, or set a thing where if they drop below a certain price, it gives me a notification. The prices of CDs nowadays are like inflation. It's just ridiculous. I refuse to pay like, $26, even $22, $21, $23 for a CD nowadays. It's just ridiculous. There's no reason for it to be that high. Unless it's a band like I'm dying to have the new album from, I'll pay a little extra for it. But in general, I just kind of wait for them to drop to a more reasonable price, at least under 20, and kind of snag a bunch up at the same time when they're a little bit cheaper. So that's kind of what I did with this haul here of 6 CDs. So the first one I got was the debut album from Bad Company, one of my favorite hard rock debuts of all time. It made my top 10 hard rock debut list on my channel. Definitely check that video out as well. And yeah, really good stuff. If you're into just straight up hard rock, really good stuff. Pretty basic album cover, but it's iconic, very recognizable, but really good album. Super happy to finally have this in collection. I think I paid like $13 for this. It was a really good price. The next one is The Ultimate Sin from Ozzy Osbourne. This is just one I've never had in my collection. I was just kind of filling in a gap. I got this for $12, so it was a really good price. It was super cheap. This is the remaster version from, I think, late 90s or 2000s. I don't care about that, as long as I have a copy of the music for the collection. But yeah, really solid album from Ozzy. One of his earlier ones, still the 4th album. And yeah, so got some really killer stuff on here still. And for $12, I had to snag it up to fill in the gap for my Ozzy collection. So super happy to have that as well. The next one is the mighty Finnish melodic death metalers Amorphis. Definitely one of my favorite bands of all time. This is their most recent release, Halo, which came out last year. It made my year-end list, I believe it was. This is a digipack. Pretty cool packaging. A lot of people don't like digipacks, but I think they're pretty cool. They always have a nice feel to them. The packaging is always nice. As long as it's like a more thicker material and it's a little bit sturdier, I don't mind them at all. But really cool artwork on this one. Really solid album, really killer stuff. I made my year-end list last year. It was a really good. I can't remember what place it came in, but super happy to have this. I saw this for Christ, I think I got this for like 13 and change, like $13.50 or something. So it was a really good price for an album from just last year. And they're a fairly big band, like a mid-tier band, so super happy to see it for that price. I had to jump all over it. And the next one is a band I've gotten into more recently, the last year or two. This is their 4th studio album and a 2023 release, The Mighty Orbit Culture with Descent. Really love these guys. Super aggressive, thrashy, a lot of death metal elements. Great vocalist, great guitar playing. Pretty basic album cover, but pretty cool looking. The packaging on this one was pretty basic. The front's just like a cardboard, no book or anything, and then just the CD sleeve. So they kept it really basic. But I got this for, I think this was the more expensive of the ones in the 6. I think it was like $15.50 or something, $16. But for our 2023 release from an up-and-coming band that's becoming pretty popular, I considered that a really good price nowadays. And this is kind of one of the ones that made me kind of trigger to make the purchase. So I'm super happy to have this in my collection, and definitely a contender for my year-end list. Trying to do the year-end list this year, guys, has been fucking killing me. It's one of the hardest years I've had trying to narrow it down to 10 albums because there's so much good material this year from bands. There must be like 30 albums that I just loved from this year. It's driving me crazy, to be honest, but I'll get it done. And the next one here is a monster of an album for me personally. It's the most recent album again from, it was their 2020 release called Necroceras from Asphyx. This was my album of the year that year, 2021. It's a beast of an album. If you use like really aggressive death doom, these guys fucking kick ass. So many great guitar riffs on this, great melodies. Vocals are a little different, but I fucking love them. Really cool artwork. Love their logo too. That's the inside there, pretty basic stuff. But yeah, killer album. It's got some super aggressive thrashy parts and death metal parts, and then some other songs that are more kind of straightforward doom. Good variety of stuff on this album, and I must have listened to it 100 times, streaming it on YouTube, and I'm super pumped to finally have a CD copy of it. I think I got this for like $13.50. I couldn't believe how cheap it was, and I had to jump all over it. And the last one here is from probably the most iconic guitarist in rock and metal history, none other than the mighty Jimi Hendrix. For some reason, I've never had any of Jimmy's stuff in my collection, and I came across this for like $13.50. It was really cheap. It's their the last album, Electric Ladyland, is the double album, and I happened to luck out and get the like deluxe version, which had like an inside look kind of extra disc here with some more information. Really cool pictures on this one. Got that 60s kind of vibe, but really super happy to have this in a collection. I always loved Jimi Hendrix, love all his albums. Only had 3 of them, unfortunately, but I definitely want to pick up the other 2 if they become a decent price. But yeah, super happy to have Electric Ladyland in my collection. The All Along the Watchtower cover is one of my favorite Jimmy covers or songs. Love that song, really good. So yeah, super happy to have that. Love the album cover. Just a picture of Jimmy, no words or nothing, just really cool. Love that album cover. So yeah, super happy to have that as well. So nice mix of older stuff, some really old stuff, Jimmy, Bad Company, some old stuff from the 70s and 60s, kind of mixed in with some later releases from bands I really like. So really good mix of albums. I've been listening to them last week or two, because the 6 I got just very recently, like earlier this week. So let me know down below, guys, if you have some of these albums, some albums you've been picking up lately, and hopefully I'll have another one of these updates for you pretty soon. Probably not until the new year, but I'm hoping to buy more albums more kind of on a regular basis in the new year. Fingers crossed. We'll see how things go. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you would like more updates collection updates, definitely check out my playlist from the previous ones I've done. And until next time, guys, keep it metal.